You may have heard about some horror stories concerning plastic surgery or Botox gone wrong. Now some people are turning to acupuncture instead as they try to achieve a younger, fresher face. Bruce Mandelbaum is a licensed acupuncturist in New York City. Jamie Beer is his patient who's received more than 20 facial rejuvenation treatments. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
And I guess people we should say right off the bat, and we have obviously you've started or done some sort of procedure on Jamie this morning.
Right.
These aren't your normal working situations, so you had to do it downstairs.
Right.
All right, you're in any discomfort right now? Should we mention that?
No discomfort.
All right. So people talk about acupuncture and they say, oh, it's a new age treatment.
Right.
Yet it's been around for 3,000 years.
Right.
What generally do people use acupuncture for?
Oh, generally for chronic pain, back pain, neck pain, sciatica. People get treated for high blood pressure. There was recently an article in the New York Times saying it was as good as prescription medication. Carpal tunnel syndrome, irritable bowel syndrome. Numbers of different things.
When did this facial rejuvenation start? When did people get interested in it for removing wrinkles and things?
Well, it's actually about 3,000 years old, but acupuncture's only been in the United States about 30 years. And over the last 10 years, people have been asking about it more. There have been articles about it. And also, since people have been getting surgery, Botox, etc., people have been looking for alternatives to that.
All right, so if I want to take care of some wrinkles, or if I want to get rid of the bags under my eyes, or a little excess flab down here.
Those would be easy. Yours.
No, but in general terms, can you expect results near to or approaching plastic surgery or Botox?
No, you won't see anything till about 7 sessions, which could take 2 or 3 weeks. It's not an instant gratification kind of thing. It's much, much different.
All right, Jamie, when you first went to see him about something else, right? You went to see for pain relief.
That's correct.
When did you start to hear about this facial rejuvenation? What was your first instinct on it?
Well, it was probably about 2 years ago, and Bruce was working on a neck problem that I was having. And I spend a lot of time outdoors in the summertime, and I'm a squinter. So I think it was towards the end of the summer, and Bruce noticed that in between my eyebrows that I had a very pronounced line. And I guess it was getting worse and worse, and Bruce said something to me, you know, you must squint. And he said he could do something about that.
Were you skeptical about using acupuncture for some sort of facial work?
I was absolutely skeptical, yeah.
All right, and so you've done 20 procedures
Approximately.
with Jamie. When did you start to notice a difference?
I would say probably approximately 6 weeks into it. And the interesting thing was all along, people were commenting how better I looked. I mean, my face looked better, probably through the facial acupuncture. But what happened was, it wasn't until maybe 5 months into it and 6 months into it that I really noticed that the line was completely disappearing, and it has since.
Bruce, take me through a normal procedure. All right, what have you done with Jamie, and what do you normally do during a session?
Normally we check her to see how she is generally balanced, and then we start working on the face. We might put some needles in the I don't always do this, in the arms and feet, and then we start working around different lines. I didn't do an entire treatment here, but you put needles on each side of each line in various parts of the face, in the forehead, in these lines, what I call, I guess, the smile lines. If someone has a double chin, Janie doesn't, but I put them in here anyway, you might stick some needles in there.
And how does it work? I mean, what is it about a needle entering the face at that point that allows the appearance of a line to go away?
Well, it reduces tension in the face, and it produces collagen, and it generally helps the circulation in the face.
Are these the exact same needles that would be used in other parts of the body for back pain and things like that?
These would not be used in the rest of the body for back pain.
They're thinner?
Right. These are much, much thinner, very, very fine.
Jamie, do you feel them? I mean, when they're being inserted, what's the pain level? I've had acupuncture several times for injuries, and people always ask me, does it hurt? How would you answer that question?
I would say it doesn't hurt. You feel a little pinch going in, but that's it, and you don't feel anything beyond it.
And right now, the needles have been in for how long?
Probably for 15, 20 minutes.
How long would the average session last?
Oh, half an hour. I mean, it takes a while, 10 minutes to put them in sometimes, because sometimes you have to put as many as 40 little needles in with a tweezer. And then you take them out afterwards. But the actual time the needles are in is approximately half an hour.
What's the cost of a session?
$120.
And so you've had 20, so how does that compare with a Botox injection or with plastic surgery? Clearly much less expensive than plastic surgery.
Right.
About comparable with Botox?
I think it's actually less than Botox, because you have to keep, I think, if I'm not mistaken, you have to get Botox every 3-4 months.
So do you need to go for little tune-ups every few months, Jamie?
I went for a few tune-ups, but that was nearly 2 years ago, and then I hadn't needed it since.
Bruce Mandelbaum, Jamie Beer, thanks very much. We appreciate it.
Thank you.